Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Tuesday, September 15th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner and I make these daily videos so we can all stay on our purpose-driven path, living one day at a time, doing the best things we can for ourselves, saying nice things to ourselves, living up to those commitments that we made so that we can keep moving forward, growing and expanding every day with a positive attitude. And listen, sometimes it's kind of tough these days to do that. So if this is your first time here, or if you want to know more about me or the tarot decks I use or oracle decks, all that information is down below in that little descriptions box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website. My subscription button is down there. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. We're growing and I really appreciate you being here. All right, let's jump into our cards. Today I'm working with the wonderful Gregory Scott tarot deck, and Gregory Scott is a wonderful guy on YouTube. He does tarot readings. He's an astrologer and numerologist. Check him out. He really has some incredible information. All right, here we go. Our first card today, I know my lighting is off again. Here, let me fix it. Is this, we have the Magician here. There we go. Now we can see a little better. All right, the Magician. So this Magician, now here's the interesting thing. Yesterday we had the Fool, which is the Zero, the first deck in the tarot. And this Magician, even though it's labeled a number 1, is the second card. And he comes up right with the major arcana. And this guy is really in his power. Look at him. He's there. He's holding a pentacle. He's working his magic. He has all the elements here. He's got the swords and cups and the fire and pentacles, so all the elements are here working with him as he levitates, creating his beautiful world where he's surrounded by these flowers and these cherub, these angelic figures are here. So what's all that mean? Well, this is about you working your magic, you creating, you stepping into your power. It's knowing what you're doing, what works for you. So what is the magic? I'm hearing, do that voodoo that you knew so well, you do so well. Doing that work that creates magic in your life. So what is it? You know, for many people, it's prayer. It's making a vision board, right? Some people are really great with those images. Some are better at writing all these things out, or what their desires are, or the type of future that they want to create for themselves, or how you'd like your day to unfold. Some people light candles and speak into the candles. So it's really about recognizing where your magic is and how do you access it. How are you able to access that energy so you're able to create this future that you want for yourself? Every day we have an opportunity to change our future by changing what we're doing, or stepping out with clear intention and stepping into that personal power that keeps our momentum going, doing it for ourselves, really moving forward for ourselves in our power. So think about what empowers you today. It can be nutrition. You know, for me, when I'm not eating a clean diet, I don't feel well. And I don't feel in my power, because then I get onto cycles of different foods that cause cravings. So it's really knowing your body. So I'll try not to say so anymore. How many so's have I said today? So. Recognize where you are and what works for you so that you're able to feel empowered on your path. All right, our second card is the King of Swords. And we've seen him a lot lately today, in the past couple weeks, I'll say. So the King of Swords, here we have this wise man, kind of a hippie. Just kidding. I love the long hair. Who has laid down his swords, and he has his hand over here. We see his hand on the books, and what we can't see very well is that there are letters and letters from these books coming up. It looks almost as if one arm is tattooed and the other arm is clear. And you see the other arm is simply a reactive arm, like he could reach down and grab his sword, but he's choosing the books because his hands are on the books. And this is the invitation to think before you speak. Think and embrace the intellectual path, right? Rather than the violent path, or the path of the sword, of really just like starting a fight, which could be know where your power is through your intellect, through the knowledge, through the wisdom that you bring. For many of you, this could come through from writing. So if you're having some not clarity, uncertainty, or if you're looking for more clarity, go to the pen and write it down. Start writing your goals or your vision for yourself. You know, you don't have to be specific if you're not sure of what kind of future you want to create for yourself. This is a great, now I'm sure I've talked about this before, doing the dual handwriting of ask a question with your right hand, right? Ask Spirit and say, Spirit, how may I move forward? Let's say you want to become a graphic designer. How can I move forward on this path, right? And write the question out with your dominant hand. And make sure you're really connecting energetically with your thoughts as you're writing this down. And then put the pen in the other hand and allow Spirit to respond, or allow this unknown energy to come through with a non-dominant hand. It might feel unfamiliar, but it will be clearer because it's coming from the opposite side of the brain and bringing it in, and will allow you to see the dialogue that's possible. But I'm really hearing that this is about you. Maybe you need to check a couple books, check your resources if you're working on a new project, or if you're stepping into your power. Perhaps some of you need to patent something or investigate if you need to take copyright or legal action. Those are all the things I'm hearing about the Suit of Swords. All right, and our final tarot card today is the Four of Pentacles. Now, I know some of you I know many of you are struggling with money or finances, and you're feeling this compulsive behavior get reawakened out of perhaps fear or anxiety, really wanting, going after something that might have paid off before, but doesn't have the payoff anymore. Like for this person in this image, he's like grasping for the coins, but he's not reaching it, and it's as if his nails are making those marks. That is that compulsive, this is coming out of a place of fear or anxiety. And I get it. A lot of you are really concerned about, you're like, how can I even call the attorney if this is an attorney you need to speak to when I don't have any money and I want to step into your power? Well, when we step into those fears or those compulsive, obsessive thoughts that are not positive for us, they're anxiety driven. When we focus, especially on the big picture with money, and I'm just going to stick with money, what can happen is that we will forget what we have. So if you're freaking out about funds, today's a great day to, let's get the pen. I'm seeing a lot of writing today, so let's write it out. Write your finances out for what you have for today, and that this is going to be okay for right now. You're going to be okay today. Make sure you've got, enough food for yourself. Start with the small things of what you do have, and notice that you are being provided for right now. Listen, income insecurity is a real thing, and I've certainly been going through it myself with my practice, and it is an invitation to, every time I start freaking out about money, I hear Alma say to me in a blessing, she says, don't worry about tomorrow's supper today, only think about the food that you need for now. And so with so much uncertainty that's out there in the air, our invitation today is really to be in our power and not allowing this insecurity to rule us or to take over. Like, you'll figure it out. You're going to get there, little tomato. It's been a rough spell, I know, for so many, but hang in there. All right, our final card today comes from the beautiful Denise Linn's Sacred Travelers deck. All the info in the dibbly-doo. All right, here we go. We have the Wondrous Universe card, and it says, walk in beauty. And walking in beauty is a Native American tradition about really accepting this beautiful, magnificent world that is around us. And, you know, even just pondering how the human body works is a miracle. So the invitation today is to recognize that we are in a sensational, magical, wonderful universe. Even though it might feel a little chaotic, we live on a beautiful planet. And if you are forgetting how magical the world is, if you're able to spend some time in nature and looking at how the flower blooms, like going to the smallest part and being able to focus your energy so that we can see the magic of the universe that's all around us. And sometimes that can be really tricky, but you know what? When you step into your power, anything is possible. So knowing what your magic is the number one priority today. And appreciating all the beauty that is around us. You know, a great place I love astrophysics. Of course, who doesn't? And I love looking at pictures of our planets in our solar system, or images from the Hubble, or any sort of galactic event, because it is just so beyond comprehension how this universe even operates. So being able to step outside of ourselves, let go of the fears that are coming up, and allow yourself to see in the beauty that's all around you. I know you can do it. Wow. Well, that's our reading for today. If you're one of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Please check in with me. Let me know how you're doing down below in the comment box. I do read all the comments. I don't always reply, but I do love knowing that you're here. And if you're one of my regulars who stops by who hasn't subscribed, please consider doing so. It'd be really great if we could hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's not really a numbers game with me. I just love being here for you. So, all right, my dear, take really good care of yourself today and drink a lot of delicious water, and remember to say nice things to yourself, because you are a wondrous being. It's a miracle you're here, and I'm glad you're here. All right. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.